from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, get away with it. Check one. Hardball. Check. Kill.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the game.
All the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Down.
Indy. I'm here all day. Check safety. General West. Check. Now.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. They'll set up to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say, when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Barber on first and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A quick throw complete to Washington. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be third down.
Ready? 15, 1, 15.
They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is right down Broadway. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Value 3, value 3.
Mike is 59.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, here's Gone. It's caught. Beckham. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Orbit. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 59.
Goff now to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Check 50.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough, and the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go. 50, plant.
They'll run on first down. It's Barber. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Yep, 180. Dula. Harbaugh.
On first down, Pollard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got it. Check.
4 now. Super one. Hey, exit.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch twist. 2.
Eagles running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
Cut. Go. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Yeah, baby.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Tell. Hey, Alpha.
After the run, Goff going to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Hey, lift.
Switch it. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Out of the gun. Gone. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And McManus able to put it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Ready, break.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Box drop.
Here's 2nd and 8. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Fielded at the 43. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Bring it. What's that?
And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike, check, 59. Hey, watch the screen.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd and 9, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch 20.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Go, close, go. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Stop, D. Big stop, let's go. Slam, slam.
2
Alert flare, flare.
Check 26, check 26. We're good, done.
Here's Goff. And that's complete. It's Sims. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And this one is right down the middle. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here we go. Hey, Charlie, 60 outlaw.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check me.
There. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, now a hit and a loose football. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to launch it for Washington, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. open man, it's Washington. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
61, match box.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. They run with Washington. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
15 line.
Check 31.
You draw Porter. Smooth. Hey, lock it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Johnson's got it complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They go play action here on first down. Complete to Washington. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They give it off here to the tight end, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Get ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rock it.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. You don't want nothing. You don't want.
He'll look to throw.
Switch.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Obama.
Here's Gall. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Gall. And that is incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On first, here's Washington. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 38-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Undercrush.
Right back to Washington. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try to counter with Washington. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Staying on the ground with Washington, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
X3, 218, chopper.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Washington, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Washington, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Washington, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
76. 76.
Go 58's the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, here's Gone. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped at his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Goff. Open man is Kirk, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Marlin. Hey, exit. Here we go, Coach.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On first down, it's Washington. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Dwayne Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be third and forever. Goff now looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. He finds an opening past the 40. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. We don't want this.
Hey, 5.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down throw. Gone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Washington, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.